Owls in the neighborhood. Nature. Many artists are inspired by nature. Let's meet one of them. Here is John James Audubon. He loved art and he loved studying birds. Before Audubon, many artists used stuffed birds from the museum as a guide. Because of this, their birds looked a little limp, lifeless, out of place. Audubon liked to study birds in their environment and watch their movements, like this bird in the water. He liked to draw them as if they were doing things they normally do in their native habitats. Here are some examples of his artwork, including birds eating, swimming, and hunting. You can see that birds are the stars in the picture, but you can also see the plants and scenery too. Audubon is most famous for his book, The Birds of America. He had a goal to draw all the bird species of North America. He ended up with 435. When the book was first published, he wanted the birds to be life-size. Each bird was to look like it did in real life. That meant the book was huge. Imagine keeping that in your library. It is considered one of the most expensive books in the world. One copy sold for $11 million. But you can see the artwork for free on the internet. So, what bird are we going to draw today? Who, said the owl? You are correct. There are lots of different types of owls. Here's some quick facts, just for fun. They can swivel their head almost all the way around. They can't move their eyes, so they have to turn their head to look. They have super soft feathers. And those things on top of their head that look like ears, they're called ear tufts, but they aren't ears. They just look like them. Their ears are actually under the feathers and you can't see them. Now let's make owls in the neighborhood. First, some tips. Start with a pencil and draw lightly. We'll be coloring over the lines later. I'll be starting with a Sharpie though, so you can see. Think about size. You want to make sure you start your owl so it fits on the page, and it's big enough that you can decorate it later. And remember, every owl is unique. In this video we'll draw it one way, but you can vary as you wish. How to draw an owl. We're going to start with a triangle shape for a sort of head guide. It's suggested we place it about 3 to 4 inches down from the top. You can either draw it freehand, or if you have a template like in the video, you can follow that. Next we'll add the eyes to the side of the triangle. There's many different ways to add eyes. You can look at some owl samples to get ideas. Next, let's define the beak. You can draw a line or a curved line across. Now, optional ear tufts. I'm adding mine to the side, but you can do different types of ear tufts if you want. Then the head shape. Think parentheses or curves. Now for the side of the body and wings. Let's add a branch. The best place to put the branch is a little bit above the tip of the wings, so it looks like they're sitting on it. Now for the feet or talons. Draw 2 or 3 toes for each foot over the branch. Then you can add optional suggestions of legs. You don't really see them much, but they're there. Then we'll add the tail feathers. If they go off the page, that's okay. And And we can finish the tree. Keep it simple. You can add more leaves and decorations when you color. Now to color and decorate. Here are some tips. Look at some samples of owls to get an idea of what colors or style you might want to use. Here you can see an assortment of samples people made to give you an idea of what you might want to do too. Start with the eyes. Do yellow first and then the black. Then work your way around the eyes. You can use your finger to smudge and make it look feathery. Color the rest of the head. Working from the top down on your owl keeps your hands cleaner if you're using chalk pastels. Then finish the owl and any branch or tree leaves that you might have. Some ideas, if you're using chalk pastels, is to use lighter and darker shades, blending them together, making different textures, maybe smudging them in directions of the feathers or U-shapes. You can experiment and have fun. And finally, you can add any last touches. If you want to add something like a sun or a moon, or add some color in the sky. Enjoy your owl and have fun.